You're watching Welcome to Fresburg with cartoons for kids that are educational. Make sure you check us out every Tuesday with a new episode, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our videos. Hey friends, you're watching Welcome to Fresburg, and it's time to learn about the Trail of Tears. Okay, when you look at history, we can always learn from our success and mistakes. Right now, I want to talk to you about a time in history where the Native American people did not have it so good. This was caused by laws that were made to force them out of their native lands to parts of the country that was not known to them. People from the Cherokee, Muskogee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, and Seminole tribes were marched at gunpoint hundreds of miles to a reservation that they knew nothing about the land in what is today modern Oklahoma. This all began in the year of 1830. Congress passed the Indian Removal Act, and this forced the Native Americans to leave their homelands and move to the Indian reservations. Now, I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, why did they leave? Well, back then, there were many who thought they did not have a choice, and there were others who wanted to stay and fight. But if they stayed, they knew they did not have the army to stop the United States of America government. Now, the Cherokees did stand up, saying they did not want to move, but that is when President Andrew Jackson stepped in to work out a deal with them, giving them land in Oklahoma and $5 million for leaving their native land. Some of the Cherokees still did not want to go and asked Congress to help them, but Congress said no way and told them they had to leave. This is where some did agree to go, but others refused and stayed in their homeland. When President Jackson found out, he acted by sending General Winfield Scott to make the Cherokee move even though they didn't want to. So listening to his orders, General Winfield Scott and his army went to the homeland of the Native Americans and forced them all to move. Those that resisted, he put them in what we call today jail, but back then was called a stockade. After General Winfield Scott gained control with his army, he forced the Native Americans to march, as far as 1,000 miles from what some historians say. The path that the Native Americans were forced to march was very dangerous, and the reason this path is called the Trail of Tears is because many Native Americans died making the trip due to starvation, disease, and other poor conditions. So when you think back on history and treating people fairly, this is definitely something that comes up and is very mean toward the Native American people, and we can learn from to never treat others bad again. And that was the Trail of Tears.